Weaken, kill, spread. Weaken, kill, spread. Weaken, kill, spread.
Hello, my lovely monsters. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I've returned with a powerful Strand build for the Warlock. And it uses my favorite weapon. So, let's get to it. Part 1. The weapon. We're using the exotic pulse rifle Outbreak Perfected. This is a Destiny classic that first appeared in D1, came back to us in D2, and at the time of this upload is now craftable. It comes with the intrinsic trait, the Corruption Spreads. This weapon creates Siva nanite swarms on rapid hits and precision kills. So when you hit dudes a lot or hit headshots, you get a bunch of red flavored wiggly woos that will seek out targets and kill them. The fourth column perk is Parasitism. This weapon does more damage to enemies based on the number of Siva nanites attached to them. So this leapfrogs off the first perk and allows Outbreak to do some good damage. And if I may, if you have multiple people using this gun, it does some respectful damage. Next up is the Catalyst Disease Vector. Increased nanite damage, enemies that die with nanites attached to them generate additional nanites. So the more nanites, the better, right? Finally, the third column perk on the base version of Outbreak is Outlaw. Precision kills greatly decrease reload time. But like I said at the beginning of the video, this weapon is now craftable, so you can change this perk. Personally, I'm going to put rewind rounds on it, but hey, feel free to put whatever you want. Rapid hit is also a good choice, and who knows, maybe Headseeker could do some work. Experiment and express yourself. Part 2. The armor. We're wearing the exotic Warlock helmet Felwainter's Helm. This comes with the perk Warlord's End. Powered melee final blows create a burst of energy that weakens nearby targets. Finishers and final blows against more powerful targets increase the radius of the burst and the length of the weakening effect. I like more damage, so a helmet that allows me to make the baddies take more damage is alright in my book. Plus, the helmet looks badass, right? Part 3. Class and mods. We're on the Brood Reaver, and I would recommend the Shackle Grenade. As for our aspects, first up is Mind Spun Invocation. Your Grapple, Shackle, and Threadling Grenade have enhanced functionality. Hold your grenade button to consume your Shackle Grenade and activate Weaver's Trance. Final blows while Weaver Trance is active create a suspending detonation. Suspending is a powerful tool, and this lets us apply it with Outbreak. You get a headshot and the bad guys hang while the nanites chew them up. Next up is the Wanderer. Tangles you throw attach to targets and detonate into a suspending burst. Destroying a tangle creates a suspending burst after a short delay. Threadling final blows create a tangle. This comes in handy when you don't have a grenade to throw or consume. Plus, there will be a lot of threadlings, because threadlings are awesome. For our fragments, first up is Thread of Fury. Damaging a target with a tangle grants melee energy, minus 10 strength. Now melees are an important factor to this build because Arcane Needle can unravel targets, and we can now debuff targets with our melee, so this helps gives us energy. Next is Thread of Warding. Picking up an Orb of Power grants Woven Mail, minus 10 to Resilience. Woven Mail is always useful if you ask me, whatever helps you stay in the fight, right? Next up, Thread of Transmutation. While you have Woven Mail, weapon final blows create a tangle, plus 10 to strength. Since we have Woven Mail, we can now make more tangles. Finally, Thread of Continuity. Suspend, Unravel, and Sever effects applied to targets have increased duration. This build has a little bit of everything, so let's get the most of the Strand verbs. Moving to our artifact mods, we want, of course, Unraveling Orbs and Horde Shuttle, because this is a Strand-focused build. I also recommend Dragon's Bite for the occasional random suspend, and don't forget that we have Overload Pulse Rifle this season, so Outbreak can deal with champions, which is always nice. As for the other mods, use whatever fits your playstyle and the content you're running. Jumping to the armor mods, on the head, hands-on for super energy with melee kills, and kinetic siphon so Outbreak can make orbs. On the arms, heavy-handed for more orbs, and 2 impact induction mods so your melee generates grenade energy. On the chest, 2 charged up mods for more stacks of armor charges. On the legs, you can have 3 kinetic surge mods for a big damage buff, but I think 1 works. You can also put Absolution for ability energy and recuperation for health on orb pickup. And finally, on the class item, Reaper for more orbs, time dilation for a longer damage buff, and outreach for just a little bit more melee energy. With all these pieces working together, you get a build that excels in crowd control. You string up a group of enemies, throw a needle, debuff everyone that's left, and then let the wiggly woos and nanites jump from target to target. It's a beautiful thing if I do say so myself. And because Outbreak is what it is, it can do some pretty decent DPS as well. Does a really good job at chewing up chunkier targets. And now that it's craftable, it's going to be even better. I have a lot of fun with this build in Onslaught and in Lost Sectors. It's a lot of fun to just watch the infection spread, you know what I mean? But now I gotta talk about the most important aspect of any Destiny build. Part 4, the fashion. This is the outfit, and I dig it. I wanted to lean into the lore of Siva and Felwainter a bit. So I used the New Age Black Armory shader for that Siva black and red, and I used the interlaced gloves to get some of that glowing effect. Then I used the new parade robes and the treads of the Hazen Lords for the same reason. It almost feels like everything could be made of Siva, like the Guardian has mastered it. It feels powerful, yet infectious. Kind of like the build if you think about it. Henceforth, the build will be known as Warlord's Corruption, because with the point of a needle and the pull of a trigger, you inflict a devastating virus upon the forces of the darkness. So go now.
Weaken. Kill. Spread. Weaken. Kill. Spread. Weaken. Kill. Spread.
So that's the build. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Do you like the outfit? Do you have any suggestions or adjustments you'd like to make? Talk to me in the comment section below. If you don't know what to say, how about infection? That feels appropriate. Feel free to try out the build. I hope it serves you well. If you want more builds to try out, I have a playlist with all of my creations right here. And if you're a fan of the lore or you just want more of my sexy voice, I have a playlist for that right here. Shout out to all the new subs. Thank you so much. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. I gotta go work on some more stuff, but if you do me a favor and jab the subscribe button with a dirty needle, that would be great. I'm Fasa the Silver Chimera. Have a lovely day, and I will see all of you beautiful monsters next time.